Geometry 6-3, Example 3. How are consecutive angles in a parallelogram related? So consecutive means that they share a common side. So we're talking about this angle and this angle. So we'll call them angles 1 and 2. We're also talking about angles B and C, or angles C and D, or A and D. Those would each be consecutive angles. If this is a parallelogram, then we know that these sides are parallel, which means if we extended them and looked at this transversal, angles 1 and 2 would be same side interior angles, which would mean that they are supplementary. So let's call this angle 3 and angle 4. It's going to work the same way if we look at this side being parallel to this side and being cut by this transversal. We would see that 2 and 3 are same side interior angles and supplementary. And then 1 and 4 would also be supplementary. So let's say that angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. Angle 2 plus angle 3 also equals 180 degrees. Angle 3 plus angle 4 equals 180 degrees. And angles 1 plus 4 will also equal 180 degrees. If 1 is supplementary to 2 and 1 is supplementary to 4, then we see that 2 and 4 have to be congruent. Also, 1 and 3 will have to be congruent. So opposite angles in a parallelogram, how are they related? They are congruent. Go ahead, pause your video and do the try it and come back and check your answers when you're done. You should have determined that angle A and angle C are both 66 degrees and angle B is 114 degrees. Let's formalize what we have just learned. If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its consecutive angles are supplementary. Angle W plus angle X equals 180 degrees. Opposite angles of a parallelogram theorem states that if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. Measure of angle X is congruent to the measure of angle Z, and the measure of angle W is congruent to the measure of angle